Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Crackin Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers, and we're back again with 3 more packs of Unstable. Unsanctioned just came out, last week. I unfortunately didn't get my hands on any of it, because my LGS sold out, with just doing pre-orders, and I didn't pre-order it because I'm foolish, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm still... I've talked to some other LGSs in and around the area, and I've got a few boxes set aside for me. I just had to go pick them up. It's just I haven't had a chance to go get them yet at this point. So I don't know when I'm going to get them. I'm hoping that they can hold them for me for a little while. And I hope that they don't, have to turn customers away because they're holding the stuff for me, because that's super not great for LGSs and customers. But you know how it goes. Someone actually recommended to me I should go check out Walmart. I don't like doing that. I did go and look at Walmart when my LGS in town told me, no, we don't have it, and there wasn't any on the shelf there either. So I don't know if that was because someone in town went and bought it all up or what happened, but gone. Just gone. Anyway, let's get into this. Unstable. Unstable, if you're unfamiliar with silver border cards, they're basically like a joke set. They sort of like bend and manipulate the rules of Magic in hilarious ways to make things that shouldn't normally happen. So, it's just a lot of interesting stuff. And they always try to make the card names and stuff like hilarious in some way. So work a double. Hazmat suit used, as you can see, right? Common iguana. So this is a host creature. You can put augments on this card later. So speaking of augments, there you go. There's a humming. So we could have a humming iguana, right? So the iguana says when it enters battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And the humming says you attach it to the front, and it now gives it +2/+3 and flying. So it would now be a 3/6 flyer if you put this on the iguana, which then says whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, you may discard a card, and if you do, draw a card. That's how that works. And essentially sits like this. So border to border, right? So that you've got the hummingbird on the iguana. That's how that works. It's pretty weird and random, but also kind of cool. Really epic punch. Blurry Beeble. Wild Crocodile, another host creature. Beast in Show. So there's another one of the Beast in Shows. If you remember from last week, I believe we opened one of these and it was a different artwork. So this is one of the ones that has multiple artworks. You can see there's actually, if you can see the bottom here, it says a C there. So it's 103 out of 216 C. And C is the version of the card that it is. So that's how you, or no, C, that's the common, isn't it? Yeah, common. So I don't know how you actually tell the art. I'm lying to everyone right here on camera, see? Look at that. Anyway, so this is the Beast in Show. It's a nice little additional art card that they've included. They did that with a bunch of cards from the set, because the U here is uncommon. Durr, Mr. B. You've only been opening packs for how long? Knight of the Kitchen Sink. Socketed Sprocketeer. Steam Flogger Service Rep. And our rare is, mythic, Summon the Pack. Open a sealed magic booster pack, reveal the cards, and put all creature cards revealed this way onto the battlefield under your control. They're zombies in addition to their other types. Ooh, and we got a second rare, so this is like our foil slot, I think, is how this works. It's a Steam Flogger Boss. I don't know where this falls in. Yeah, it's like the... So instead of a foil, you can get this guy, Steam Flogger Boss, which is actually, as you can see, a black bordered card. It's a black bordered card in the silver border, because it is legal in black border play, which is super strange and weird. So it says other riggers you control get +1/+0 and have haste. If a rigger you control would assemble a contraption, it assembles 2 contraptions instead. Contraptions are not a thing that exist in black border Magic. Now, that being said, I believe the Steam Flogger Boss was like from one of the like Future Sight or Planar Chaos type sets. So like it basically had they were thinking about putting contraptions into regular Magic, it sounded like, and then they were like, no, maybe not. So as you can see, these are the contraptions. We've got treadmill and we've got auto key, and the contraptions are the thing on the back here. So you've got the sprockets, and it tells you, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a contraption, move the crank counter to the next sprocket and crank any number of that sprocket's contraptions, right? And you always start with your crank counter on 3, so that you always crank sprocket 1 the first time you crank. So it's interesting. And then we've got the foil clue token that's got the sweet full art borderless clue art on the back there. Very nice. All right, let's speed it up a bit here. Paniac, sacrifice play, you dirty rat. You dirty rat. Magic word. Joy ride rigor. Success. Crafty octopus. Extremely slow zombie. So another one of these is another one that has the different arts on it. The best part about the extremely slow zombie is the flavor text on the bottom. So as you can see right there, it's a bunch of eyes and then ends. And that's because the different arts across the 4 of them, it just says brains. And so, like, basically, the 4 arts match up to make their flavor text say the word, but it's because it's an extremely slow zombie, so it took 4 different art cards to get the whole word out, which is kind of funny. Inhumaniac is our first uncommon. Crowstorm, who doesn't like to make 1/2 birds, Stormcrow birds with Storm. And we've got a monkey. It's a monkey augment card. And our rare is the countdown is at 1. So this is a fun one because you play a sub game of Magic where each of you start at 1 life and you use their libraries as their decks. And for the rest of the main game, players play a Magic sub game starting at 1 life and using their libraries as their decks. For the rest of the main game, if a source would deal damage to a player who didn't win the sub-game, it deals double that damage to that player instead. So that's pretty fun. Oh, so the Steam Flogger boss took up our land slot. That's what it took up. So instead of a land, you get the black border rare, which is kind of weird. Like, I mean, I think most people would rather have the lands, to be honest, because the lands are absolutely gorgeous. But I mean, like, the Steam Flogger boss is just kind of funny. Like, you get an extra rare and it's black bordered. So there you go. Then we've got an Arms Depot as our first contraption. And we've got a Sapsucker. Ooh, and we got a foil elemental token from the Voice of Resurgence, which is on the back, full art as well. Very nice. All right. Last but not least for this week, let's see. We've got Work a Double again. Sacrifice play. Dirty rat. You dirty rat. Riveting rigor. Merman. Man. Squirrel dealer. Ah, yes, the good old rocket raccoon there, dealing squirrels. Adorable kitten. Oh. Voracious vacuum. Got a lot of hosts in this pack. Proper laboratory attire is our first uncommon. Then we have Super Duper Death Ray. Looks absolutely insane, this person. We've got Party Crasher coming in with a chainsaw. My goodness. And our rare is Hydradoodle. Hydradoodle. As Hydradoodle enters the battlefield, roll X 6-sided dice. Hydradoodle enters the battlefield with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the total of those results. Reach and trample. So basically you pay 2 green and XX and you roll that many dice and then it becomes that big, which is kind of fun. And then we got a Sweet Mountain. And then, we got a rare contraption, Dual Doom Suits. There it is. Whenever you crank Dual Doom Suits, each time a source you control would deal damage to this turn, it deals double that damage. Imagine that with the countdown is at 1. Lots of double quad damage going on. And a Sapperling token, which has got some nice full art on the back. So there you go. The tokens are absolutely gorgeous in this set. The lands are gorgeous. They did just a phenomenal job with this set. This set is probably one of my favorite sets that have been released in the last, like, I don't know, let's say 5 to 6 years. And, like, it's just, they knocked it out of the park with this set, which is why I was so kind of, like, bummed out by how they were doing Unsanctioned. Unsanctioned, don't get me wrong, Unsanctioned is a fun idea, and they've got some cool new cards in it and stuff. I just wish that they, instead of releasing it the way they did, they had waited until they had enough to make a new unset, a full set, as opposed to putting in reprints of older cards from the old unsets and then like making pre-made decks that you like smash together to make a deck so that you can then play it. Like, I get it, you're trying to get new people to get into the game and have an easy way of getting in, so you make this box that is like a 2-person box that they can sit down, they both pick 2 colors, smash the decks together, and play, right? Great format, great idea, I get it. I don't know. For me, I love drafting. Drafting is one of my favorite formats. When I can't draft an unset, it makes me feel upset. That's all. And so, I mean, I'm a little bit biased, I guess, in that sense. But that's not to say that it doesn't look like it's a great set. Unsanctioned looks phenomenal from the aspect of the cards that are in it and the aesthetic that they chose. The lands are absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. We've been over 10 minutes. Look at this. It's not really a quickie anymore, is it? But I like to talk about cards, and Unstable is one of those ones that I could talk about for a very long time just because I love it so much. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.